Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today it is a reaction to the Inside Star Citizen about the Sabre Firebird. You'll see me go on a bit of a rant with the Sabre Raven and how poor it's been, and then I get told it's really good, surprisingly enough. This react actually was on stream. It's the first one I've done on my Twitch. Make sure you guys follow that if you're not. And I kind of had a lot of fun with it. So let me know what you guys think about the vibe, having chat, overlay and stuff, and watching this live where people can participate. Maybe you guys can talk to me during these react videos and we kind of have a little bit of back and forth. I want to know what you guys think of this and this type of format, yeah? I definitely am hopeful to be streaming more if the game is worth actually playing more. But appreciate you guys. Let me know what you think about the difference, all right, in the comments section. See you guys in their end.
Of one of the rarest vehicles in the game, the debut of a new design sure to set the verse on fire, and a long-requested variant finally making its debut at this year's event. It's Invictus Launch Week Part 1, so let's stop yapping and get to showing. I'll be here when you get back.
I wonder who's getting in the green screen room with that. Bro, here's the fucking problem, right? Is the Sabre Raven is going to look great in this video, but everybody, like the moment you hop into a Sabre Raven, it flies like a slow boat, dude. Like it's like a caterpillar. It's so slow. Like they gave it the same flight characteristics as the Sabre itself, despite it looking and like having completely different shaped wings, engines, but it still has the same flight traits as the Sabre. It's a shame. It's a cool looking ship. I used to love this ship. I bought 2 of these things.
So the Sabre Raven was introduced at CitizenCon 2017 in Frankfurt. It was an exclusive deal with Intel. It is a EMP interdictor fighter, carries 2 EMP generators in its belly, it has an additional computer on board for helping do data running, and is really just a cool looking ship.
Get this, boys, okay, just so you understand the scale of this. This thing is 2 size 3s. Guess what the roof of the Hornet has on top? Guess what the nose turret of the new Hornet has? 2 size 3s. Like, why would anyone ever bring these when the supplementary mechanic to owning one of these are both like terribly weak? EMP on a Sabre Raven, so weak, and it flies really bad. So all you get is one of the lowest damaged lowest damage output ships in the game, with a mechanic that is not worth the sacrifice of doing that, and it's slow and sluggish and sucks. Like, so I tell you what, boys, like for anyone that feels like they're missing out because they didn't buy the Intel Sabre Raven, you didn't miss out on anything. Nobody has PvP'd in this thing for years and years, because after 3.6, it just got turned into a caterpillar, and by that I mean slow and sluggish. So, and then the next one, the Firebird apparently has missiles. Like, whoop-de-doo. And I get it, like those mechanics aren't fleshed out, but these ships are not worth it. Like this, why get one of these when you can duct tape 3 of these together and it becomes a Hornet? You know, you get, if you want a PvP, you buy the new Hornet. There's no point in these.
Either resemblance to the Sabre, but it is its own unique shape. Performance-wise, over the years,
Avenger put the Sabre Raven as A tier?
because of its exclusive nature.
Wait, he put the Sabre Raven as A tier? That's
it's
crazy.
Sort of never really peaked in terms of popularity, but the owners that have it love it, and you always see them at ship meets
Raven
in the
can
game.
pull people out of nav. It's fast now. He said they got interceptor tuning. Oh, okay. That could be a thing. But still, like 2 size 3s is okay. It's faster than a buck. Shit. You can charge EMP, go into nav, catch you, and pull you out. Oh, so you're saying you EMP people out of nav. Okay. Shit. I need to get out my Sabre Raven, apparently. Should properly react to his tier list. I don't want to. To be honest, I don't really want to. But that's crazy. Okay. I'm going to fly it around. I'll fly it around. Maybe I'll bring it to the big battle tonight.
Recently, we completed gold standard on the base
Why the hell is nobody flying it?
Sabre, which
Raven 102, yeah, exactly.
With the Raven itself.
Okay.
It's been left
Well, fair
behind
enough.
in
Maybe
terms
I'm wrong. I'm just so used to it sucking for so long.
art and gameplay.
They must
upgrades
have
over
just
the
gave
years.
it
So we
new
set
tuning
about
on the
gold standing
Interceptor. That's
Raven
cool.
And utilising some of the work we did on the Sabre to help benefit the Raven.
So we've recently done a pass on the Sabre Raven. It gets referenced a lot as gold
Guys, I think after this, I'm getting in a Sabre Raven. There's a big battle tonight, 100 players apparently.
standard. What I think for me personally, the way I look at it is kind of our current standard. It's bringing a ship that we've done work on in the past and kind of ticking off.
I've been saying all along, guys. You guys know me, all right? I've been saying all along, the Sabre Raven and the Firebird are the best new ships, and you have to buy them, okay? I've been saying that from day dot.
All the current kind of features to make it compatible with everything we now do on our current release ships. The main task that we needed to do on the Raven
Delete the VOD,
was
delete the
to
VOD.
add all of its
All right, we're doing this
component
react
bays.
again.
So now, rather than it just being a
We're starting again, we're starting again.
Each of the component bays now have a animating opening door. All of the
Let's take it back to
components
the
are
beginning.
accessible by the player, and that really just gets the vehicle ready
Yeah,
for the
cool
next stage
components.
in Star Citizen gameplay.
It's such a cool looking ship,
The
man.
resource network work coming online and the ability to interact with the individual ship items. That ship is now kind of ticked off, ready, good to go. Some of the other work that was needed as a kind of byproduct of bringing it up to current day standards is working on the dashboard and the interactions on there. So now the buttons are all interactive, and really it's just about giving some love to some of our older vehicles and bringing them up to kind of our current day standard.
How long ago did they give the Sabre Raven the Interceptor tuning? Has that been all of 323? Because I thought, like, I haven't even heard of that in Discord. Like, maybe we can... Oh, that's... Wait, is that just now? Like, did that just happen with the gold standard, or did that happen before? Because, man, we didn't... Like, I haven't even heard of this mentioned once in Discord. Also, EMP. No, since Evo. We can all see now, man. Apparently, well, I'll tell you what, boys. When was the last time I fucking died to a Sabre Raven? It was 4 years ago, okay? So apparently it ain't that good. But oh my god, it's my new main ship. Restart the VOD. Need a flying saucer with a tractor beam at the bottom.
We're happy to announce that there is a new sibling to the Raven.
Yo, what do we think of the white? I liked the black and red. What do we think of the white?
It's called the Sabre Firebird.
God,
Sabre
fuck.
Firebird
Yo, it looks slick as hell.
is a missile-based fighter, much like some of our other ships like the
Oh
Talon.
my
It
lordy.
trades pure gun power for missile firepower. It is based on the Raven chassis,
Dude,
but
it
has quite a
looks
few
so
little visual
good.
tweaks that when you put
Yo,
them side by side,
stop. Am I buying one?
you'll notice that it is a completely different art style. And its main firepower is from its belly-mounted bespoke missile launcher, which holds 12
I've always
Size
loved
3 missiles.
Sabres. I've been
Within the
telling
Sabre
you guys
series, we
this
have
whole
the base
time. Sabre
the
Ravens.
Comet and the Sabre Raven, and really we wanted to kind of build on the Ravens.
Bro, it's such a shame. This, guys, in 3.4, so like 2019, this Sabre was the premier fighter. Like, it was one of the best fighters. It's been rotting away, just getting dust in the, you know, garage for the last 4 years. I really want them to see this, like, have them like restore this thing to what it was. Because this is the problem, right? Is like, it's a giant pancake. It just takes all this damage, and they made it a slow boat. So it's just this gigantic target, and it can't do anything. They need to give it agility, give it maneuverability. Like, it's time to buff the hell out of this thing, and it needs to be able to fly.
Chassis is a very unique design, and we really felt like we could do more than what we've currently done with that vehicle chassis. Obviously, we
The
wanted to make
third
sure
shield,
that
yeah.
it feels different enough from the base Raven. So we did quite a lot of work. The actual full kind of top of the vehicle has pretty much been kind of remodeled. The main spine of the vehicle has a bunch of changes on it.
It almost
When we
looks
looked at it
like a
and kind of decided
Crusader
what
ship.
is really successful and what we want to build on, we really felt like the Raven is very, very sleek, whereas the base Sabre had these really nice kind of like tail fins and a nice kind of back end to it. So really we kind of want to bring a bit of that inspiration back into the Firebird. So the main kind of visual change that you'll notice on the rear of the vehicle, it's got a slightly new thruster, and it's got these nice sort of wings that complement the rear tail end. A lot of kind of more subtle changes have been done on the vehicle as well. When you kind of first look at them side by side, we really wanted it to be...
The Raven can use all the Sabre skins now? Okay, so it gets like the red one would be cool. The red and gold one.
Sabre chassis. So we've kept a lot of the key shapes, but as you start to kind of like get into the details, you'll notice the wingtips are different.
In a
the
Red
kind of
Raven?
big cutouts have had some work done to them.
Shit.
And we've decided to add some extra geometry there just to kind of strengthen up the vehicle a bit as it is. I think the base Raven, being like an interdiction ship, really it was kind of focusing on agility and being able to chase down targets, whereas this being slightly more kind of combat orientated, we really wanted a bit more strength in the vehicle as a whole. As you kind of go to the underside of the ship, that's where the big functionality change comes. So now in the belly of the ship, we've got a big missile rack, so it all opens up and then we can launch the missiles out from underneath the Firebird.
Compared to a lot of our other ships that have missile racks just bolted under the wings, or bespoke ones mounted into the hull that are sort of firing forwards, this is canted at a downwards angle, so you get a really nice visual when they fire down and curve up. And also we've adjusted the missile controller on it, so rather being restricted to a set amount, it can fire up to a complete row at a time. So you get to see a huge volley of row by row come out.
Oh man, that's
so we have
actually
a lot of
cool.
fighters in the game, but we don't have a lot that their main focus is missiles. I could mention that the Talon Shrike is pretty much the main missile-based fighter that is a light to medium category. So this adds another option into the mix. And it also builds on all the work we did for the Sabre Raven Gold standard to help get a brand new ship. In terms of who is the Firebird for, just like anyone who enjoys combat, this is a ship for you, especially if you prefer to sort of not engage direct in dogfights and sort of lurk on the periphery of combat and help chip away at the targets. So that's the Sabre Firebird, available at Invictus. We're looking forward to see the reception of it and letting a new generation of backers experience that classic silhouette with a revitalized in-game performance.
Did you consider doing a Pontiac Trans Am Firebird paint for this?
Looks like
When
I'm
we
a
heard the
high-skilled
name
missile
of the
boat pilot now.
Firebird, we did instantly think of some vehicle inspirations, should we call it? But no.
Smokey and the Bandit.
No Smoking the Bandit.
I hate you.
Mutual.
Like, here's the thing, right? Like, this is cool and all, but the missile gameplay is like really stale. And there's like no depth to it. It's just kind of there, right? Like, it's not fun to fly the missile boat. And I tend to agree with people that are complaining about it not having QED. It should be able to pull people out of nav and stuff. You should be interdicting people with it. That would have been the best counterpart to the EMP. Maybe they make a third variant, yeah? Not to sound like against this, but I think we need more interdicting ships because interdicting is more important now that the nav spool times came down. So, and I don't want to fly like the Mantis. Like the Mantis and the Cutlass Blue are very specific ships. You know, like they don't look sleek. There's like, I don't have any passion in maining a ship like that. So I'd like to see something like that. Yeah, more QED fighters
in the
for
top
sure.
three questions that I
See a hand.
get, number 1 and 2 are when and where are the Banu Merchantman and Endeavour. The third one is where is my Ursa medical version. So we're finally proud to present the RSI Ursa
A
Medivac.
QED
Yeah, 'cause
buck,
that's
yep.
the one they really wanted you to focus on.
They should make it that you can put QED in a size 4 weapon slot. Like you can sacrifice, like, and just give it to everything, but you have to sacrifice losing a weapon.
So where are you going to use the
Or a
medevac?
shield.
It is designed for use in a sort of
Larger
combined
ship with the
arms
snare,
ground
yep.
assault scenario.
When you kind of think about all the different gameplay loops we have and all the different
Oh,
ways
here we
that
go.
our players like to explore the universe, we have a lot of air support. We have the Pisces, we have med bays in our big ships, but we don't really have anything that's ground vehicle based that can kind of be that response unit to really kind of get people out of trouble, to come in and heal our players.
You have people on the ground, in vehicles, in gravel bikes, on foot, assaulting a location such as a distribution centre. Ultimately, people get injured and killed, and they don't want to respawn back at their hubs or at hospitals, or even in sort of a parent mothership a long way away. You need something that can keep up with the assault, and that's where the medevac sits.
It fills that gap in our lineup that allows the players to be able to go out, explore our universe, and have less concerns about some of the activities they're getting up to, knowing that they've got a medical vehicle on call nearby that can kind of get them out of a bit of a sticky situation. Exterior-wise, the main kind of big difference is going to be the delivery.
So the medevac will come with its own medical-themed default paint, as well as additional paints, and these will be applicable to the base Ursa as well.
Other than that, the kind of main changes that we've done is just really giving it a bit of a lift up to our current standards. So we've got proper interaction panels now for the side entrance and the rear entrance. And then the biggest change really is on the rear of the vehicle. The ramp or the rear door previously split in the middle and opened up, but that doesn't really make sense when you think of a medical vehicle. You want to be able to ease the transition in as easy as possible. So it's got a proper kind of rear ramp on it now. The door folds down and just allows much easier access into the rear of the vehicle. Inside, it's all new. It feels very clean and clinical. Our artist that worked on it, Hadi, he's done like a fantastic job of really bringing up the level of detail, making it really feel like a purpose-built space. On the left-hand side, you've got a weapons locker that also has storage for your med guns and your utility items. We've then got a clean sink area. It feels very clinical and clean. And then as you move towards the front of the vehicle, you've got an extra seat. Looking at kind of current ambulances and medical vehicles, you generally have your patient and then somewhere for the person that is kind of doing that treatment to be. We've got the medical terminal, where it allows you to treat the player or the patient. And then right at the front, we've got all the component bays and everything else that's needed for making the vehicle work.
So the big feature...
I don't know. I don't have a problem with these med bends and spawns, because essentially, like, if I've understood the new respawn mechanics right, you'll be able to respawn at one of these beds. So I don't mind it, as long as you're not having like as long as this isn't some magic portal that 15 dudes are coming out of, right? It's just like some responsible balancing. Like you only get one respawn off the bed, like, or maybe like the vehicle itself, can one respawn per player, or like, can only afford 3 respawns. If it's something like reasonable there, that's fine. Yeah, but it's just like, if it's just a absolute respawn bed and you could just keep zerging out of this thing, then totally gimmicky, totally arcadey, bad move. They're balancing it off distance. They need to nerf the ranges. 10k for T3, 20k. Yep. Gotta feed the bed meat juice. Yeah, meat juice. Exactly. It's just like, you just don't want the, like, we gotta be careful here, because the experience keeps getting more casual and more bubble wrapped. And in my opinion, it's a bad direction if it does do that, but I'm okay with this. It's gonna depend on what it looks like. But I think there's an opportunity for this to be fine. If they're reasonable. If they're unreasonable and that's it, you can just respawn infinitely from these vehicles, then it's dorky as heck. And I completely understand the frustration. Just add layers to this, more requirements, more layers to it, then I'd be completely fine.
Feature of the RSI Ursa medevac is, of course, the med bed in the back.
Human
It's a tier 3
recycling.
med bed, and
Then we can sell the meat back to the medical guys. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, we don't want the bubble wrap to be staying around forever, that's for sure. The further the game gets along, off can come the training wheels.
The way medbeds work in the game is changing. Tier 3 historically did not allow respawn on them. We're changing that to allow respawn, but at a much reduced distance from the vehicle. So you really need to keep this vehicle up with the attack to get the maximum use out of it.
We took a lot of inspiration from
Traded
some of
dead
our other
bodies.
med bays on our other vehicles, and generally, we just try to think about.
Yo,
if
look
you're
how
the
shocking this guy is at FPS. Hold on.
We took a lot of inspiration from some of our other kind of med bays on our other vehicles, and generally, we just try to think about if you're.
Who is this?
We just try to think about other vehicles, and generally, we just try to think
Brother,
about
what
if
are
you're
you doing?
trying to treat someone that's been injured. What do you need? What's available for you? Obviously, we looked at ambulances and real life inspiration.
That change is not exclusive to the medevac. That is an across-the-board change. So ships such as
Chill,
the
that's me.
Pisces and Cutlass Red will also benefit from that. But of course, those are much larger targets in a combat scenario. So you would want to keep them a little bit further away. So that's the Ursa Medevac. It is a great support vehicle for ground vehicle players, and especially those who want to support other more hostile engagements. And I didn't mean to imply that we picked this over doing the Merchantman or the Endeavour, but a lot of people ask me this. Every single event in Reddit Spectrum. So where's the Medevac? So it's here now.
Launch sequence complete.
So what did we learn this week? Well, we learned that the Sabre Raven finally gets a little of the love and attention it's needed for some time.
Yep.
That the Sabre Firebird is here with a host of missile-laden destruction alongside with it. And that the Ursa Medevac is rolling up with a fantastic change to how medbeds work and new liveries for all Ursas to enjoy. Now, don't forget to tune into this year's Invictus All Vehicles Roundtable tomorrow. We'll have some of the folks that make ships possible on to discuss all aspects of vehicle life in the verse, and then come on back next week for Invictus Part 2 for even more new vehicle goodness. For Inside Star Citizen, I'm Jared Huckabee. Thanks for letting us share the process of game development with you, and we'll see you all here next week.
Bro, are you telling me he didn't do a meme at the end of the video? Is this the first time there's no meme? Damn, dude, what's wrong with Jared? But yeah, all right. So, we talked about the medical thing. What other ships do we think might be coming out for this? He stopped a while back. I kind of stopped watching. As soon as it became about the rainbow haircuts and stuff, I kind of started tuning out. But what do we think about the other ships coming? Like what that wasn't that there was supposed to be that heavy fighter from Mirai, but I think Xylo tweeted that they're not doing that. Do we know of anything else? The Fat Fury. I think they're not doing the Fury. I think he came out and said, "Don't get your hopes up for it." I want to see the Polaris. No, I think the Polaris is just an outer shell, right? I don't think they're offering it at all. I think they're just giving us a look at it. God, boys, imagine. No, it can't be because you need resource management. Do you though? Engineering. What if they actually let us fly our Idrises? Yo, that'd be crazy. What if it was capital time, dude? Oh my lordy. Polaris could be end of the year. Oh, it's the Zeus, right? Although the Zeus is slotted for 4.0, right? Engineering's been slotted, yeah. But still, like, you could let the players enjoy the Idris for, a couple months and then put in engineering. That's not a big deal. I'm ready for capital gameplay, man. Can't wait to do solo bunkers in an Idris. Stop it. Stop it. Zeus ES, MR as a holo CL could be a thing. There was supposed to be a Crusader Light Fighter coming too, right? Like we were supposed to get a Crusader Light Fighter at some point. But it's probably not happening because we've seen what the game files look like for IAE, right? And there's nothing new in there. So, thank God they got an Argo tractor. Thank God they got a med truck. The other two Zeuses, okay. to do box missions in your javelin. Yo, it's so funny because you guys are cooking right now. It's so true. That's the problem with this game. It's like a javelin doesn't symbolize a gigantic organization that's put together a monumental amount of effort. It just screams, I paid $10,000 for this ship, you know, like, or whatever, right? Like, it's a shame that we won't have that type of shock when we see ships because it's all been bought with credit cards, at least majority of it. It's sad. But yeah, fair enough. Okay, so we got IAE and then we got Xeno. That'll be pretty cool. All right, boys, there you go. That's a snippet from my stream. It was really fun talking to chat on that video, to be honest, and I had a lot of fun. Yeah, so just let me know what you think of the format in the comments. Give me a 1, 2, 3 if you got this far, so I know you're a real one. I appreciate my beautiful, beautiful viewers, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Yeah, expect combat videos. I'm actually going to get some gameplay videos going again. I've been having some fun. I've definitely found some things that I don't think many people know about, and should make for some good, unique content. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.